Nolan, man in motion, and he's going to keep the ball over the right-hand side, following some blockers. Breaks free, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers! And adjustment. Gets this ball, and he is across the 15, down to 20, 30, across the 45, 50, 40, 35 before being pulled down. And there are no flags. It's going to scramble over to the far side. He's got a wide-open receiver. Second down and 8. Outside, across the 5, and into the end zone. Breaks loose, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Panthers! Good evening, Panther Nation, and welcome to this special edition live streaming event of Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. I'm Joe Roberts, alongside me, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing in the house, and we are at Ivan Croak Field in Vidor, Texas for 10-4A action between the Vidor Pirates and your Liberty Panthers.
Junior mascot Hunter Greek. Sophomore manager Riley Clement.
We're just about 23 minutes away from game time, and the Liberty Panthers coming into tonight's contest on a bit of, well, I'm not going to call it a bad streak, but it's not a great streak on a 2-game losing streak. They were finally able to break the bubble against Livingston a couple of weeks ago on the 4th, beating the Lions 28-22, and then dropped a heartbreaker in Lumberton. Came back last week, and the wheels sort of came off in the second half after being relatively close for most of the contest, and they lost 38-7. But as mathematics would have it, the Liberty Panthers are still alive and well in this playoff hunt, Ross.
This is a must-win game this week for Liberty to stay in the hunt, as they need to take care of Vidor. They have Bridge City and Hardin-Jefferson after this game remaining in the season, and tough loss last week against a very, very good LCM team. You look back at the Lumberton game, and that's one you wish you had.
Right now, the standings as they are currently situated: Bridge City leading 10-4A with a record of 4-0. Hargrave 4-0. Both of those heavyweights facing each other pretty shortly. LCM currently in third place at 3-1. Hardin-Jefferson hanging on to the 4th spot at 2-2, but they've got some wing dingers coming up. And then Vidor, Lumberton, Liberty all tied at 1-3, and Livingston bringing up the rear at 0-4. And as I said, all 5 of the bottom part of 10-4A really have a legitimate shot going into the last 3 weeks of the season, Ross.
Liberty still, Hardin-Jefferson still has Liberty the final week of the season. Liberty goes to Hardin-Jefferson. Bridge City, of course, like I said, next week. And Hardin-Jefferson still has a few tough opponents in the next week.
Well, they've got 3 weeks left, including today. It's going to be a battle all the way through. You mentioned this was a must-win game. I guess mathematically it's not a must-win game, but when you look at the standings, it really is, especially with as well as Bridge City has been playing all year long. On the season, they are a perfect 7-0, and man, they have been scoring points and buckets. 269 points they've scored this year versus 84 they've given up. So not only are they scoring a bunch, but they're also limiting opponents. And then on the flip side, when you look at tonight's opponent of Vidor, 2-5 on the season, and they are in the negative. 173 points scored versus 253 given up. But they are on a win streak. They did beat Lumberton last week.
All-American junior Kinsey Hodges.
Well, Ross, we've still got a good bit of time, so I'm going to move around the Liberty, all the comings and goings. Like to do this because sometimes it's kind of hard to work that into the contest. I want to give a huge shout-out to the Mighty Panther Band under the direction of Sean Smith. Last Saturday, they went down to PNG, and they got that coveted first division rating, which means that they are now eligible to move on to the area marching contest, which they will be doing next Saturday, November 2nd. And they get to go all the way to Lindale, Texas, And that's not a hop, skip, and a jump. That's more like a hop, skip, and maybe a short airplane ride. Be a long journey for them, but they've made it before, and they're excited about doing that. So, again, another huge congratulations to our Liberty Panther band and Sean Smith. And this year adding the Prancers to the mix for that ever-so-coveted piece of flair. Lauren Key, the Prancer director, did everything beautiful that she needed to do to get those young ladies ready for that. So really awesome for them. The LHS volleyball team on the road earlier today at Hampshire Finette. A big game for them. Right now, they are holding on to third place in their district and a playoff spot. And they are going to close out the regular season on Tuesday at home versus the Livingston Lady Lions. And that will be senior night for them. Play about 6:30 or so. The sub-varsity teams play first, so it's kind of always a little difficult to guess when the game's going to start, but just about 6:30, I would imagine. Justin Anderson, the head coach for the volleyball team, doing great things with those young ladies. And we got some cool events for Liberty High School this coming weekend. Tomorrow and Sunday, the LHS Panther players, under the direction of a cool cat by the name of Joe Roberts. That's me, Ross. Don't look at me like that. The LHS Panther players presenting the Grave Digger.
I think you're the only one that has ever described yourself, or maybe your mom, as a cool cat.
Oh, my mom never did that.
She knew better.
That language would never have come out of her mouth. Anyway, senior Kason Stram and Ava Badgett directing that show. It's going to be a really cool show. It's called The Grave Digger, and they're going to have a trunk or treat. And Miss Fallon Kay, who seems to be everywhere doing all kind of volunteer stuff, is kind of taking over the trunk or treat portion. That'll happen just about, 5 or 6 minutes after the show on Saturday. The show starts at 6 p.m., $10 at the door, and then a matinee on Sunday at 1 p.m. So if you are looking for something to do, come on out tomorrow night to the LISD Auditorium right behind San Jacinto Elementary, and enjoy a really cool high school production of The Gravedigger. And then the Valley players are going to be performing a Christmas carol on December 6th, 7th, and 8th at the Humphrey Burson Theater over by the library. And that's starring Nolan Myers as Ebenezer Scrooge, one of my former stalwarts at the high school. And he's just a really phenomenal actor. There's a bunch of great folk in the cast and crew, and that's going to be a really good time. 7 p.m. curtain time on the Friday and Saturday performances, 2 p.m. curtain time on the Sunday performances. And probably the second week of November, general ticket sales will go out once the director will, get off his lazy hind end and send a flyer to Miss Jackie Smith so she can send that out. Preach, that guy, he's lazy. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. But once that gets put out there, general tickets will go on sale. And we've got the Liberty Christmas Parade on Tuesday, December 3rd. And if you are interested in participating in the Liberty Christmas Parade, contact Betty Runkle at the Health Fix store. So that ought to be a pretty good time. Ross, you've been around here for, what do they call that? You've been around here for a dog's age. The Liberty Christmas Parade is kind of a tradition that's been going on for some time, right? Yeah,
it used to be called, back in the day, the Santa Claus Parade.
Okay.
It consisted of Santa Claus in a car driving down the street.
Was that it?
Yeah, the first big one that I remember was, I believe, in 1992, and that was during the Gulf War, and a gentleman from Liberty had been held as a hostage, and he had just returned and was the Grand Marshal of the parade, and it was a big thing. Lots of Houston media and so forth out, and that was the first big one I remember. Of course, it could be because that was the age you start remembering things.
Well, that's, one of the things that I've always loved about Liberty is there's a festival, there's a parade, there's something that's going on fairly frequently. You got the TVE, you've got the faux real trade days out at the fairgrounds. There's always something going on if you're interested in getting out of the house. Oh, and just got an update. Oh, my goodness gracious. The Lady Panther volleyball team wins 3-1 against Hampshire Finette tonight, and that was a big-time win for them because that's going to allow them to possibly get into that second spot in the playoffs, depending on what else shakes up around tonight and then on Tuesday. So they're definitely solidly 3, but perhaps a chance to move up. But at any rate, that's really cool. Coach Anderson came in this season, and she's kind of doing double duty. She's doing counseling, principal stuff. I mean, she's just kind of all over the map.
That would be triple duty if she's doing counseling and principal and volleyball.
Slash. Don't correct me.
Well, no, it's 3 separate jobs.
Okay, don't correct me. That's ugly talk, Ross. Ugly talk. And you're better than that.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you're right, you're not. Well, let's talk about the folks that we're here to talk about, Ross. These Liberty Panthers, again, about 13 minutes or so until kickoff time. And these Liberty Panthers have been they've been up, they've been down. The record is what the record is, but as far as you and I watching them play, they've progressed from the beginning of the season where it was better than some previous seasons, but it was still a little lower than what you want. And then they start to put a quarter together. They start to put a couple of quarters together. And then when they beat Livingston a couple of weeks ago, they still hadn't put a whole game together, but they put more of the game together than Livingston did. So what are you seeing from them, and what do you expect to see from them tonight?
Well, the progress has been incredible. Even from the beginning of the season, the Panther defense has played exceptional. Now, if you look at the points allowed, it doesn't tell the full story. You take last week, for example, 14-0 at halftime. They had some very good stops, including they had LCM had the ball at the Liberty 3-yard line on a 1st and goal, and Liberty's defense held a dangerous LCM team to 3 points.
When you're looking around, and credit to Coach Garza, the defensive coordinator. We don't really mention his name a whole bunch. Coach Harrison is the head coach, and he's more of a defensive-minded guy. Sometimes the head coach is going to be on one side of the ball or the other, and that's where they kind of hang their hat. Again, Coach Harrison, he's more of a defensive guy, but Coach Garza doing a great job. When you're looking at this, and you're looking at the numbers up here, very comparable to what Huffman has given up, to what LCM has given up. So the defense is just right there with the top folks.
Yeah, I mean, only Lumberton, who is giving up averaging 106 yards a game. I don't know how that's
points against.
Oh, points against.
Yeah,
sorry.
Points against. No. So, I mean, they're right there. So, defensively, they've done some really phenomenal things. Now, defensively, they've done some other things that have made us, break pencils and whatnot. And a lot of that is getting adjusted to the new systems and new coaching and new other things like that. And we've talked about them as far as our keys to the game go. And the big one that we've kind of harped on for some weeks now is, making a tackle. And that has really been the linchpin for some of their great games versus some of their, we want that one back sort of games.
I think Lumberton is an example of that. East Chambers, an example of that. And just want to see that progress this week.
Well, speaking of keys of the game, we're going to get into them right now. Just about 10 minutes to go before the start of this game. Key number 1 for me, Ross Norwood, ball security.
If you look at the loss in Lumberton, that really contributed to it because they had the ball inside the 20-yard line of Lumberton twice, and 2 times they failed to score and turn the ball over on fumbles.
Number 2, prevent the big plays. They have been in some games, and I think it goes back to the East Chambers game where they had multiple big plays that were happening, and they stopped that. They did a great job, and now we're still seeing some of that.
Lumberton scored 14 against Liberty. Both of the touchdowns coming on big plays. Other than that, the Liberty defense held strong, and you just want to getting beat over top is what has really been the Achilles heel, along with turnovers.
And here come the Panthers onto the field. Big shout out, Jose Becerra on our field camera tonight. Ray Harwell down there as well. And we've got Addison Fisher and London Whitney on our other two cameras. Our final key to the game, and this is a big one for me, Ross, and you've kind of hit on that a couple of times, that is finish in the red zone. Finish in the red zone with something. And they've gone into the red zone multiple times this season and have walked away with nothing.
Well, the Lumberton game, 3 times in the red zone, walking away with nothing, having a field goal blocked last week. A field goal was blocked. Joe, the big thing, though, I think that really hurt them and allowed drives to continue, extend, or push their drives back have been the after-the-play penalties, and that's something that we've talked about extensively. And one of our pet peeves when you have the personal fouls after the play.
Well, Ross, moving on to the other side of the field, didn't find out a whole bunch of information on Vidor other than their record. Was able to do some investigative things. And a couple
Did you put on a little hat?
I did.
A trench coat?
Well, not the trench coat. They don't make trench coats that are big enough to fit me. But I did do some investigations here, and there are a couple of standout players for the Vidor Pirates. And I'll start with number 52, Braden Spurlock. The last couple of weeks, he has been named to the local all area line, and he's going to be a pretty big player for them on that offensive line. And then their quarterback, and I wish I knew how to say this. We're going to go, is it Brucia? We're going to say Brucia.
At this time,
it's number 12, Jet Brucia, and then number 2, Dagan Venable, their running back. And now we're going to have the national anthem.
Led by Jeffrey Clayton.
An invocation.
Invocation, we ask that you remain standing.
Actually, reverse of what I just said. The prayer and then the
For
national.
tonight's flag bearers, Reese McGowan, Serena Travis, Brianna Garrett, and Brooklyn Lacator will raise our flag while we honor America with the national anthem, which will be played tonight by the Band of Bands, the Mighty Pirate Marching Band.
Dear God, as we gather for this football game, we thank you for the opportunity to compete and grow together. We ask for your protection over all the players and coaches, granting them strength, focus, and sportsmanship. May each athlete play with integrity and a spirit of teamwork, and may their efforts reflect the hard work and dedication they put in. We also pray for the fans and the entire community that we may support our teams with respect and encouragement. Let this game be a celebration of unity and resilience, reminding us of the values that extend beyond the field. May we enjoy this experience, cherishing the friendships and memories created along the way. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
What a great sound, Ross Norwood, the national anthem. That means that we are just about ready for the captains at midfield. Again, we are at Ivan Croak Field in Vidor, Texas for 10-4A between the Vidor Pirates and your Liberty Panthers. I'm Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood alongside me. Producer Richard Ewing in the trailer. A big shout out to all of our fans and everyone that's tuning in to watch the Liberty Panthers tonight. Captains moving to the middle of the field. Number 7, Logan Fowler. Number 21, LaDamian Wilson. Number 65, that's going to be Jackson Harris. And then number 8, Frankie Mares. And then Ross for the Vidor Pirates. Kind of hard to make out those numbers as they've turned. Let's see if I can catch the numbers here. Got number 2, Venable. Number 77, William Jones.
Braden Norton, number 5. And number 8, Dallas Pachua.
For Liberty.
And they're doing the toss over here.
Number 8.
Well, as they're doing that, Ross, your final thought here before the game gets started. What do the Panthers need to do tonight to walk away with the W?
More points than Vidor.
I knew you were going to say that. That's always the correct answer.
See, then that way I can't be wrong.
Indeed, you cannot be wrong.
Well, I think the keys that we talked about a moment ago, ball security, scoring when you get inside the red zone, and making some big tackles.
Well, they've made their selection. Liberty is going to receive. And they are going to be on the east end of the field. This is one of those east-west fields, if I'm doing my maths correctly. Well, we're just about there. It shows 12 on the scoreboard. And they're getting the special teams unit set to go. And, man, they have been pretty exceptional, especially on the kickoff team. Diego Diaz with a number of opportunities for these special teams to come forward and to get onside kicks, short kicks. I mean, they have done an exceptional job on that side of the ball, Ross.
I think the one that stands out that we've called quite a bit is Cameron Young, number 38, who has recovered 2 onside kicks and had some big tackles. You have Cole Lawrence out there as well.
Back deep for the Liberty Panthers is going to be number 2, Cameron Harper, and number 7, Logan Fowler. See if we'll get a true kickoff. Number 9, J.R. Howard kicking off for the Pirates. Set up on their 40-yard line, and it's just about ready to go down here in Vidor, Texas. And away we go. That's going to be a very high kick. It's going to be fielded clean. No, not fielded cleanly at all, but it's going to be picked up by the Panthers, and it is being returned straight down the sideline. 20, 15, and finally, no, he's still on his feet. And that appears to be a touchdown from number 2, Cameron Harper. And I don't know how that happened. The ball was very short kicked. It came down, was not fielded cleanly, and someone came up in the scrum, and we may have a flag on the play, Ross.
Yeah, the flag is on the 31-yard line, the Lumberton 31-yard line. Now they kicked it back to about the 33-yard line.
We do have an injured Panther on the field, and that is number 38, Cameron Young, down there at about the 37-yard line. And we'll see what all this is about. Michael Pope
and
out
there's
there
actually
on the field.
another flag I am seeing now at about the 46-yard line, the Liberty 46-yard line.
Well, there was such a scrum down there.
Excuse me, that was okay,
that was a mouthpiece or something.
I was going to say, it almost looked like the kicking tee, and I'm like, man, that really made its way down the field.
Yeah, J.R. Howard, a beautiful high kick, and that didn't go very far at all. It barely got over the front wall of the Liberty return team. And I like to see that. Cameron Young sitting up now as they're getting ready to sort out this flag. The officials are standing on the 30-yard line trying to figure this out. As it stands, Cameron Harper returned it for a touchdown. And that would have been, looks like, a 60-yard touchdown return, as now Cameron Young is walking off the field. We'd definitely love to see that.
On that return down that far sideline, Joe, it looked like we thought he had stepped out, but the official said no.
I thought he got pushed out at about the 20 or the 15, perhaps. But just a really athletic play from Harper to get down there.
Good field position nonetheless. Regardless of this penalty, you hope it is not against the Panthers, but
well, anytime a flag's thrown on the on the kickoff, it's almost always against the kickoff or the receiving team, it feels like.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Liberty. A personal foul, their first of the night.
Well, he pointed both ways. It's going to be a first down, and they're going to be on the Vidor 25-yard line. So you're right, no matter what, a very, very great place to start the night. And 13 seconds of football and a lot of action already for this game. 11:47 here in the first quarter. And Liberty setting up shop on the Vidor 25 after a very, very great return from Cam Harper. Frankie Mares with Logan Fowler in the backfield. And now the officials are coming over to have a chat with Coach Harrison. And, you know, that's one of the things you've talked about that a lot. He is not afraid to step out beyond the numbers and ask for clarification.
Multiple Liberty coaches were lobbying the officials.
Well, they're going to break the huddle. Connor Geezy on our side. On the other side, Devorian Bradford, Jason Wycliffe. And they're going to hand the ball off to Fowler. He's going to go up the middle and try to follow Jackson Harris. Going to pick up a few yards. Keenan Clevenger right there. It's going to be about 2 yards on the pickup. Bring up 2nd down and 8 as they work their way down to the Vidor 23-yard line. Still on the near hash mark. Again, they're working from right to left. And I know you can see it, but it's always fun to say.
Well, you don't always look at the screen while you're doing what you're doing at home, on the road.
And away we go. 2nd down and 8 for Mares. And this time he's going to follow Fowler, going to cut up the left-hand side. That was the designed quarterback run. Get pulled down by number 33. He's going to get to the 20-yard. And they are going to be facing 3rd and 5.
Casson Jones there wrapped up Mares and took him down, and Mares fell forward. And then Holden helping him up.
Liberty Panthers with a phenomenal start to this game. Only offset by a personal foul penalty that brought the ball back from being a touchdown. And this time, Fowler's going to line up behind Mares. 3rd down and 5. Mares going to keep the ball, and he's going to get dropped in the backfield for a big loss. Number 28 with the stop, Skylar Stankovic, and that's going to be a 5-yard loss. That'll bring up 4th and 10 from the Vidor Pirate 25-yard line, and now they're going to send on Diego Diaz to attempt this field goal. On to hold for the field goal, quarterback Frankie Mares.
42-yard attempt upcoming.
High snap, and that's going to hit the upright, and it is going to fall inside, and that is going to be a score for Diego Diaz and the Liberty Panthers. I guess it doesn't matter how beautiful it is as long as it goes through. At the 9:31 mark in the first quarter, Liberty 3, Vidor 0. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 9:31. Diego Diaz with a 42-yard field goal to put the Liberty Panthers up 3-0 here early in the first quarter, and now the Liberty Panthers set to kick the ball off. And again, Diego Diaz doing the kicking duties. Man, he definitely had the distance on that one, and it just perfectly hit that left upright and fell right inside.
Players number 30 will do the kicking for the Panthers.
And Diego with a very high kick, and that's going to be fair caught at about the 23-yard line. And Vidor will take over for their first drive of the evening in their own territory, Ross.
Joe, I'm not real sure that was a smart move by the Vidor player. I'm actually pretty sure it wasn't, because he turned his back to the coverage team.
Well, he had called for the fair catch, but that was going to be a tough catch. I mean, so kudos to him for making that. That's tough going over his shoulder like that.
Right, but calling for the fair catch and not fielding it cleanly.
Yeah, that could have been ugly. Well, Vidor is going to break the huddle, and they're going to do it quickly. And Venable is going to be the quarterback, and they are going to run a little misdirection. This little wing tee that we've seen so much. It's number 26 on the carry for the Pirates. That's Riley Marlowe, and he is going to pick up about 3 on the carry. Bring up 2nd down and 7. They're on their own 20, we're going to call that the 28-yard line, Ross.
Very familiar formation for Liberty fans.
Quickly breaking the huddle again. Venable going to hand off to the fullback. This time it looks like Marlowe again. And he's going to pick up a few more, maybe close to the first down.
Pepper Dubois climbing on his back to bring him down. But there is a flag on the far side of the field inside the 30-yard line. It'll go against Vidor.
That'll be as soon as they mark that
Nope,
off.
they're going to call offsides against Liberty.
Well, I thought he was going the other way. He decided not to. So they'll take that, not the run. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
For the Pirates.
And Vidor will be faced very short yards to pick up the first down. And they like to break this huddle very, very quickly.
Say about 3.
Venable going to hand the ball off. Short yards again. And it looked like the ball popped out. I'm not sure. No indication. Oh, they're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, lineman for Vidor, William Jones, falling on that one.
Yeah, they're running that wing tee misdirection offense, and so I'm going to have to get my brain and my eyes wrapped back around on not ball watching, or player watching, rather. 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
William Jones, the guy that recovered that to center.
And they're going to go up the middle, 28, left side, finds some running room, still on his feet. Finally gets brought down by number 7, Logan Fowler. A big pickup, and that is going to get into Panther territory. They're going to be on the Panther 47-yard line on the far hash mark, Ross.
Those big runs, you don't think about it when you see the 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but those big runs, you can bite those off every once in a while.
Venable under center. This time 11, left-hand side. A lot of running room. Still alive, and he is going to take it to the house. That's a big-time run.
You got a flag about the 14-yard line.
Well, if that stands, that will be a 47-yard touchdown run.
The official who threw it just moved it back to the 16. There was a big block in the back. I was not sure if an official saw it, but that is what's going to be called here, saves the touchdown.
And the wild part is it wasn't even needed.
Penalty flag at the 15-yard line.
Sounds like they're facing some of the same uphill battles as the Liberty Panthers are facing. they are going to have a big first down, and they are going to be at the Panther, it looks like 27-yard line, 26-yard line, Ross?
I believe 26.
Yeah, 1st and 10, and they are right now ripping off big chunk plays.
Now watch this. They're sending a wide out on the near side.
Venable, and there's going to be a whistle, and I'm guessing that's going to be a false start against the Pirates. And that'll move them back, and they'll replay that down. 7:27 here in the first quarter, and Liberty still leading 3-0. It's going to put them back on the Liberty 31-yard line. First down and 15 for the Pirates. Far hash mark. Dagan Venable, the quarterback for Vidor. And right now, Keenan Clevenger anchoring that defensive line. And Venable going to keep the ball himself. He's up the middle, found some running room, still alive, cuts back left, and he is going to take it to the house. A 31-yard touchdown run for Dagan Venable. And, man, he did an excellent job of following blockers and cutting back across the field. 7:18, and Vidor strikes in response to the Liberty field goal. And on for the point after Howard. Snap low, but the kick is up, and it is through the upright. 7:18, and Vidor takes the lead, 7-3. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. 7:18 to go here in the first quarter. Dagan Venable with the 31-yard touchdown run, and J.R. Howard with the point after attempt to put the Pirates ahead of Liberty 7-3. And set for the kickoff, the Liberty Panthers. It's going to be called fair catch, fielded cleanly at just about the 28-yard line for Liberty. And that's where the Panthers will set up shop for their second drive of the evening. Ross, well, so far, what are you looking at?
Well, it's some tackling issues. They're having a problem with the misdirection offense, as so many teams do when they're not used to seeing it.
Yeah, Liberty went away from this offense several years ago, so they don't even see it in practice anymore, really. And Vidor so far doing a good job of running that misdirection. Mares in the backfield, LaDamian Wilson. And Wilson will take it over the left-hand side, and he's going to slip trying to cut back, and he'll fall maybe with 2 yards of pickup. That'll bring up second down and about 8 for the Panthers as Wilson gets to the 30-yard line. Right now, the Liberty Panthers trying to find some gaps in this Pirate defense, and there weren't very many to be had on that first drive. Mares, Wilson to his left. Giese in motion. Mares to his left, and that is going to be thrown out of bounds about the 41-yard line, intended for Jason Wycliffe. That's going to stop the clock at 6:33, and the Liberty Panthers facing third down and a long 8 from their own 30-yard line.
Layden Sanders and Bryce Collins with the coverage for
You'll get it right, Vidor. story behind that. We'll talk about that later. Mares, this time he's going to keep the ball up the middle, find some running room, still on his feet at the 40, crosses midfield and gets pushed out of bounds. A huge pickup from the junior quarterback, and that will be a 1st and 10 for the Liberty Panthers, and they'll be on the Vidor 48-yard line, Ross.
A good block downfield by Jason Whitcliffe, as a couple of Vidor Pirates were right there, and he threw a block that opened up that hole.
Liberty Panthers finding some light here in this offensive possession. Wilson still out there with Mares. Connor Giese, Jason Whitcliffe on the far side. And Wilson's going to get tackled in the backfield by number 28, Skylar Stankovic. And 2 weeks in a row, number 28 has been a big deal on defense. Last week it was Tucker Floyd for LCM. This week, Skylar Stankovic for Vidor. They're going to be a 2-yard loss back to the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for Liberty. Just about 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter at Ivan Croak Field in Vidor, Texas. 10-4A action on the Panther Sportz Network. And this time looks like Holmes in the backfield with Mares. And he's going to roll to his right, going to keep that ball and tuck it. And he's going to get roped down. It's dangerously close to looking like penalty-ish the way he was tackled, but no flags on the field. He'll pick up a couple of yards on that and bring up 3rd down and 9, Ross.
Yeah, Bryce Collins for Vidor got around the edge and was in pursuit of Mares coming up on his back. And Mares able to turn up a little bit to prevent that and get a gain out of that.
3rd down and 9 for Liberty on the Vidor 47-yard line. Liberty working from right to left, east to west. Mares following Holmes. Gonna let it fly deep, and it's going to be just beyond the hands of number 25, Cade Carter. It's a great throw, just a little too far.
Villafeno with the coverage for Vidor, and Vidor had 3 guys come across the line and get in the face of Mares. And the 2 times that Mares has attempted to throw, he's had people in his face tonight.
That'll stop the clock at 4:54, 4th down and 9. Liberty electing to punt the ball. Back deep for Vidor. Looks like number 12, Brucia. Diego Diaz set to punt the ball.
There is number 30 to do the punt for the Panthers. Deep for the Pirates,
And
number 12, Jed
it's going to
Bruce.
be a clean kick. Deep. It's going to hit at the 15 and bounce. And the Liberty Panthers have a chance to stop this, and they do exactly that. And that's number 3 downing the ball.
No, 3-yard line.
Oh, at the 3-yard line. Sorry.
Sorry, my hand signals didn't.
That's okay. At the 3-yard line, a beautiful punt from Diego Diaz, and excellent punt coverage from the special teams of Liberty, pinning Vidor deep, Ross.
People at home may be going, well, why did the Vidor guy, the ball dropped in front of him and was coming towards him? Well, he was inside the 10-yard line, and you don't try to field those.
They had to feel pretty good about the way that ball was bouncing, that probably was going to go into the end zone, and it just took a Liberty bounce there at the end. But we've seen a number of those go Diego Diaz's way. And Venable again coming out. And there's going to be some movement around there as the Liberty Panthers are going to stop the ball right at the line of scrimmage, but I think they probably were across the line.
Yeah, I saw 2 Panthers. The edge rusher got across the line before the ball was snapped. So that'll give Vidor some breathing room here, 5 yards, unless there was illegal motion.
Now they're going to call that against the Panthers, and I saw that. A free play, so nothing doing. That'll move the ball up 5 yards, and we'll have 1st down and 5 for the Vidor Pirates from their own 7-yard line. Or, I'm sorry, their own 8-yard line. That's called math, Ross.
I'm not going to bust you for that because it's math.
It is math. Venable again under center, and this time, man, they are doing an excellent job of faking me out. I can only imagine what the camera operators are having to deal with.
And we have a lost helmet.
All with the carry.
Hayden Segrest losing his helmet. He'll have to come out for a play here by rule.
That was number 26, Riley Marlowe, with the carry. And they'll pick up a couple on that, bring up 2nd down and 2. And this Liberty Panther defensive line, linebacking core, trying to find their keys, read them, and attack the correct player. And Venable is going to keep the ball, and he finds a lot of green grass, cuts back to the middle, still on his feet, cuts back at the 10, and finally gets pulled down by Devorian Bradford at about the 6-yard line, starting on their own 11 and working all the way down to the Panthers 6. And this Dagan Venable is turning into a problem for the Panther defense.
Yeah, Panther defender got his hands on from a distance, but couldn't bring him down. There are no flags on that play.
It was about an 85-yard run for Dagan Venable. That's math that I'm not going to do in my head. But
well, at the end of that run, he stopped in his tracks and changed direction.
This time Marlowe with the ball up the middle, and the Panther defensive line going to stop that after maybe a yard.
Yeah, Keenan Clevenger right there to meet him as soon as he got across the line.
Well, Jayshon Godfrey may need to get a new helmet. I think his helmet pops off every single game.
You know, we should have, I don't know why we didn't think about this, but we should have a helmet counter.
we should definitely do that. I don't think it's a Panther game unless that young man's helmet pops off. 2nd down and goal, under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Venable going to hand off to number 11. That's going to be Brody Bloss. Pick up maybe a yard. Bring up 3rd down and goal. Panther defense trying to bend but not break right here. So far doing a pretty good job.
Ball at the Liberty 3-yard line.
Break the huddle. And Venable, very tight set here. And Marlowe's going to walk in on the left-hand side. 3-yard touchdown run at the 2:14 mark here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a classic example of misdirection offense. The line moved in thinking that ball carrier was going to be coming in, and he had a clear path into the end zone by going left.
J.R. Howard, number 9, coming on for the point after attempt. Snap is not very good, and I think that got blocked. And that PAT is not going to be good at the 2:14 mark. Vidor scores, but no extra point. They lead Liberty 13-3. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 2:14. Riley Marlowe with the 3-yard touchdown run to put the Pirates ahead of the Panthers 13-3. The point after attempt was blocked. And now Howard on again for another high kick. And that's going to be fielded at the 25. And they're going to blow the whistle, and I think they're going to say he called for a fair catch. I did not see him make any motion, but apparently the official over there saw it, so they will blow that dead, and the Liberty Panthers will start this drive on their own 28-yard line. 2-11 here in the first quarter, and this has been one of the more action-packed quarters that we've seen in this, well, I can't say young season anymore, this late season.
Yeah, they started their last drive on the 28 as well. Third drive of the game for the Panthers. They've got 3 points. They are looking to add some more. It's the hard-hitting insight you get with me.
Mares pull the ball down, tries to find some room up the middle, and he's going to get stopped by number 8. It's Dallas Pachuca, and he'll pick up a couple on that, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Gets the ball to the 30-yard line for Liberty. Looks like Fowler's back in the backfield with Mares. Mares rolling to his left. And that's going to get picked off. And that is going to get returned all the way. And there's a flag on the field, but that was number 30 for the Pirates, and that is Layden Sanders.
There is a penalty flag.
And that was about a 30-yard pick six if it stands. Well, he read that all the way. Mares telegraphed that, and he just stepped right in front of that. We'll see what the officials have to say about that. Flag down there at the Liberty, looks like 12-yard line. Referee is going to wave that off, so that is going to be a 30-yard pick six for Vidor at the 1:30 mark. Vidor scores. Is it Layden Sanders on the defense, and now J.R. Howard will come out, but actually I'd probably go for 2 here, but that's not what they're going to do. Going to send out their place kicker, who's been pretty good so far tonight. Number 5, Braden Norton, the holder for Vidor. Snap's good. The kick is up, and it is through at the 1:30 mark. Vidor extends their lead 20-3. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Howard with the kickoff, and that's going to be fielded at the 32-yard line. And LaDamian Wilson is going to get stopped. Let's see where they give him the progress here. It was Layden Sanders with the 30-yard pick six to extend the lead for Vidor 20-3. And that's where we stand right now after the kickoff. And Liberty going to be on their own 34-yard line. And, man, this has been a wild first quarter, Ross.
It really has. 1:24 left and 23 points scored, 20 by Vidor.
Put Jaden Holmes in the backfield. They're going to have the power backfield. And that's Logan Fowler going to bruise over the right side. Be a big pickup for Fowler. Going to get the ball up to the Panther 39-yard line. The Jeff Brucia with the stop for the Pirates.
As well as Bryce Collins.
with Damian Wilson, Jaden Holmes, and Logan Fowler all in the backfield for the Liberty Panthers. They try to power their way through. Fowler again is going to get smoked in the backfield. The Vidor Pirates right there waiting for them, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage there.
That is exactly where.
44 along with 28, Skylar Stankovic on the stop.
And that will probably do it. Nope.
No, they've got time to.
I just
to reel
looked over
one
at
off.
the play clock versus the game clock.
Yeah, they're going to have to run one more, I think. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to run one more.
Liberty ready to get this first quarter over with.
Mares under center. Wilson, Fowler, Holmes in the backfield. And Fowler is going to get stopped in the backfield again. It'll be a loss on the play.
In the backfield of the Pirates defense, number 8.
That's going to, well, there's a flag right here. We'll see
And
what
this
the
one
flag's
came in
all
just
about.
a moment ago. It'll be a personal foul. We'll just have to see who.
Going to get this sorted out. That's going to end the quarter as they try to figure out this penalty. After a quarter of play, your Liberty Panthers trailing the Vidor Pirates 20-3. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. After one quarter of action, Liberty trails the Vidor Pirates 20-3. Ross, real quick scoring recap of the first quarter. It was a wild one.
Liberty scored first on a 42-yard field goal by Diego Diaz Ramirez. Then Vidor scored on a quarterback keeper by Dagan Venable. They came right back and scored on their next drive. That one was scored by Riley Marlowe, and then scored a third time on a pick six by Layden Sanders.
Well, there you have it. That's the scoring summary. And now, as we were in the commercial break, it looked like that penalty was against Vidor.
It was unsportsmanlike conduct against Vidor. Their first unsportsmanlike penalty of the night, and a huge penalty because they had stopped them on 3rd down and 10. And now they have a first down, and the ball is across midfield, a 15-yarder being marked off.
Yeah, it's going to breathe.
Excuse me. No, it's not. End of the quarter, they're flipping the field.
Right. It's still going to breathe new life into this drive, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Liberty Panthers. As, again, you've correctly said that they are going to be across the field. They will be in Vidor territory at the Pirate 46-yard line as they restart this drive. Be 1st and 10 for Liberty.
46-yard line.
They're going to go with the full house backfield again. Wilson, Holmes, and Fowler.
I hear Leslie Lawrence.
She's definitely got the vocal pipes for that. It's encouraging the officials to speed up some plays so we weren't here until Saturday, I think.
Well, one thing that hampered things is that came at the end of the quarter, and the chain gang had already started moving to reposition themselves.
Well, it seems like they got it figured out now. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the Pirate 46-yard line. Mares under center with the full house backfield. And Holmes with the ball. trying to follow the blocking, and he'll pick up a couple of yards on that.
Bo Fowler with a block there.
Logan Fowler.
Logan Fowler with a block.
Casey Jones, number 33.
Bo in spirit. Actually, they're going to give him a better spot than I thought they were.
I thought he picked up a little bit more than.
Yeah, they're going to give him the extra yard. They're 3 yards on the pickup for Jaden Holmes. 2nd down and 7. Ball on the Pirates' 43-yard line.
Both sides open tonight.
And Fowler in the backfield. Wilson in motion. Fowler's going to get up through the middle and stumble a bit. Get tripped up by number 26. That's Marlowe. And pick up a couple more yards on that.
Yeah, he got tripped up there. Marlowe got his ankles. He slipped a little bit, but had lost his balance and fell forward.
Ball on the Pirate 39-yard line. Still on the near hash. Again, both teams flipped. Liberty moving from left to right now. West to east. Morris. And he's going to keep the ball to his right, find some running room, and he's going to get stopped by number 39.
Colt Holden.
But not before he picks up a big first down. Threw the ball on the Pirate 30-yard line.
Using a little misdirection there.
Well, sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. Haven't seen them run this full house backfield too often. And right now, they seem to be having a bit of success with it.
Well, when they came out against Huffman, they ran a similar wing T offense.
Mares back under center, Fowler behind him. Holmes in motion, and they're going to have a miscommunication here. And Mares is going to be able to recover the fumble.
Ball went off of Fowler's elbow. Mares able to jump right down on it.
Be a loss of 2. Ball is going to be pushed back to the Pirate 32-yard line. 2nd down and 12 for Liberty. 9:41 and counting here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing Vidor 20-3. Both teams with all of their timeouts.
Yeah, 2nd down and 12. This is a big down for Liberty. They want to pick up a chunk of yards here to make it a manageable 3rd down.
Fowler is going to fall forward.
Fowler Fowler
Don't say that 10 times fast.
went through the line and then got low as Hunter Carter was there. He made the initial contact, and because he had gotten low, he was able to pick up a couple of more yards.
It'll be 3rd down and about 8 for Liberty. Ball on the Pirates' 28-yard line. Still on the near hash mark to us. Under 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing.
Liberty desperately down 20-3. They need points here.
Definitely need points. They are going to be kicking off after halftime.
Liberty ran the opening kick back, but was...
Well, Liberty is going to take their first timeout at the 8:34 mark. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You were watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood. Liberty takes a timeout at the 8:34 mark. And now they're facing 3rd down and 8. Wilson in motion. And Morris still with the ball in his hand. And he's going to get wrestled down at about the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. And it's going to be decision time. And it looks like they're going to send on Diego Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz with a 42-yard field goal on the opening drive for Liberty after their touchdown was called back because of a personal foul. And he will come on to attempt this one. The ball is spotted at the 28-yard line. He stands back as the tee at about the 36-yard line on the right hash mark. Snap back, hold down. Kick is up, and it is winding to the left, and he will miss it wide left. And that will end the drive for Liberty. 20-3 Vidor with 7:42 left to play in the half.
Yeah, they're going to have to switch now to defense. One more time, he had the leg on that one, Ross. He just totally hooked that, and it started going almost immediately, which means that I think he overcorrected when he approached the ball. It wasn't a clean snap back to him. Sometimes when you have these young kickers and you don't give them that perfect snap back, they try to get creative. At any rate, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Vidor. Venable hands the ball off to Bloss, and he's going to get stopped by number 52, Bryce Casey. The loss of 1 on the play, and that'll push the ball back. Actually, no, they're going to give him a yard on the pickup. I thought they had dropped him. That's going to bring up 2nd down and about 9 yards for the Pirates. Here, just about 7:15 to go in the second quarter. Venable under center, and he's going to hand the ball off to number 3. Wheels and deals his way out of some damage.
Yeah, they had him by the arm, and he was able to jerk it back in the tug of war before getting pummeled by a host of Panthers.
Pick up about 5 yards in the carry. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Pirates. They're up to their own 35-yard line now, trying to do whatever they can to tack on some more damage before the end of this first half. Venable again. And he's going to hand the ball off straight away to Marlowe. And he'll be close to the 1st down, depending on where they stop him.
Yep, it will be a 1st down. I see the head linesman directing the chain gang.
For the Pirates, brought to you by Vidor Family Pharmacy.
Well, they're going to give credit to number 28, Stankovic, and not 26, Riley Marlowe. That 6 and the 8 looks awfully close.
Well, you're welcome to agree to disagree.
Well, I'm not sure that was who it was, but at any rate, big pickup, and this time it's number 8. That'll be Dallas Pachuca, and he'll pick up about 9, Ross.
Jason Whitcliffe got him by the ankles and brought him down.
They're going to give him credit for 8 yards on that. 2nd down and 2.
Number 10 with the stop. 2nd down and 2 for the
They'll
Pirates.
be on their own 46-yard line with 5:32 and counting to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trails Vidor 20-3. Liberty with 2 timeouts. Vidor with all 3 of their timeouts. This time it looks like they handed it off to Marlowe.
And Liberty got away with one there.
No, I got
Will be enough for a 1st
tricked
down.
again.
Brought to you by
Going to say Venable kept that one.
Liberty got away with one there. They came across the line before the ball was snapped.
Bring up 1st and 10. Vidor on their own 49-yard line. 3 yards in a cloud of dust is what you said, but they've been doing a little more than 3 yards.
Yeah, under 5 minutes left in the half now.
And this time the ball is going to go to Voss, and he'll pick up about a yard, Ross.
Whitcliffe with another tackle there. He was right there to bring him down.
2nd down and 9 for Vidor. Liberty Panther defense trying to figure out this misdirection offense. Again, this is an offense that they used to run for a long time and moved away from that a couple of years ago. So they don't see this in practice, which is what makes it so dangerous for a team that's running an offense that not many people around use anymore. Be a pitch out to number 3, and he's going to pick up some big yardage pulled down by Wycliffe. That'll be Landon Jones, a huge pickup there. See about a 21-yard run for Jones.
Yeah, a really nice block there by Vidor downfield, right near where the tackle happened, but probably got him another 3-4 yards because of that block.
Yeah, Venable did a great job of faking the fullback dive and pitching it out to Jones. And this time he's going to hand it off to number 11, but the Panther defense right there, and they sniffed that out almost immediately. Keenan Clevenger right there to hit.
Flags come in.
Okay, we're going to have here some flags that would, yeah, the PA announcer said it best, from a lot of different places, and a hat. The hat will, in all likelihood, be a personal foul against Liberty because it came in right at the end after the whistle.
Well, they were a little slow blowing that whistle on the forward progress.
You know, they've done that a couple of times tonight.
And sometimes that's when you get that extracurricular. Not saying that's exactly what happened here. But as it stands, the Panther defense did a great job of stopping that run. That was Brody Bloss on the carry. Keenan Clevenger initially met him right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, all sides of the field covered.
Now this referee's gonna have the hokey pokey over here to figure out where everything goes.
Personal foul, chop block against Liberty. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Liberty. So 2 personal fouls, a twofer there.
I'm not sure you ever see a chop block too often on the defense.
It's about the 3rd time I think this year I've seen it.
Well, that's a heck of a way to stop the ball. That's going to push them all the way down to the Panther 6-yard line, and that's going to drop the sticks at the 3:30 mark. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Pirates. I can unequivocally say this is probably not going the way they drew this up before the game started.
Some of the natives here on the Liberty side getting restless, as that's the 3rd personal foul. I saw the one.
Actually, going to set him up at the 7. Venable. Jones in motion. Venable going to call his own number, and he is going to get pulled down. Let's see what our number here is, Ross.
Keenan Clevenger pulls him down.
He stopped at the 2-yard line.
Good stop from Clevenger. Get down to about the 2-yard line. Pickup of 4 yards. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the Panther 2. Under 3 minutes to go here at Ivan Croak Field in Vidor, Texas. 10-4A action. Both teams fighting for their playoff lives. And this time 26, Marlowe bulls his way into the end zone. And at the 2:40 mark, Vidor's going to tack on another 6 from the 2-yard run by number 26, Riley Marlowe. J.R. Howard, number 9, coming on to attempt the point after attempt. Snap is low, but the kick is going to be wide, and that's going to be no good.
And we're going to have a late flag. This is going to be a post-play flag thrown by the umpire.
Well, I guess they haven't thrown as many flags as we saw last week. Last week was about as many flags as I've seen in a good long while. But they are giving the last week's crew a run for their money.
If this is a post-play penalty, they won't get the opportunity to re-kick, or shouldn't.
Waiting on the call here. 2:40, Riley Marlowe with a 2-yard touchdown run.
Okay, it is not a post-play penalty. They are saying that one of the Liberty players used the back of another Liberty player to try to climb up, which is not allowed. on an extra point or field goal
So the
attempt.
Pirates elect to go for 2 on the conversion.
Well, they're going to bring out their offensive unit and attempt the 2-point conversion now. See how this plays out. Venable. And he's going to hand the ball to number 8. And Dallas Pachuca with the 2-point conversion at the 2:40 mark. Vidor 28, Liberty 3. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 2:40 mark, number 26, Riley Marlowe with a 2-yard touchdown run. Dallas Pachuca with a 2-point conversion run. And Vidor leads Liberty 28-3. J.R. Howard set to kick off for the Pirates on their own 40-yard line.
J.R. Howard, number 9.
This will be another high kick, a little deeper than they've been going. It'll be fielded cleanly at the 20, and still on his feet after a big pop. Liberty running. And that is going to be number 4, Devorian Bradford with a big return. Be 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 33-yard line, Ross.
Yeah, Bradford, he's had a couple of good little returns there. Bouncing off, it looked like he was going down and then pinballed off the tackler. Liberty getting away with one down the field as there was a little extracurricular, but the officials did not see it.
Mares with Wilson in the backfield to his right. He will keep the ball and go up the middle. Find some running room. Number 25 for the Pirates stops him at about the 38-yard line. He'd pick up of 7 or so on that. Bring up 2nd down, and, well, they're going to give him
Looks like they're going to give him
6.
the 39.
Okay. They'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Just about 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trailing 28-3 and trying to do something here in the winning moments of the first half. They will be kicking the ball off to open up the second half, Ross.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Sorry about that. Mares going to send Bradford to the left side. Wilson in the backfield. And he will take the ball, cuts back to the left, cuts back right, and tries to break through a couple of Pirate defenders. He will be close to the first down pickup.
Bryce Collins, who has been in, it seems like every tackle Vidor has made was there, and Wilson just dragged him.
Wilson does get credit for the first down pickup. Be 1st and 10 from the Panther 43-yard line near hash mark. Under 1:30 to go here in the second quarter. And, man, this has been well, we'll break it down at halftime. It's been something. Mares to his left. Set. Fires. And it is going to be over the outstretched hands of number 4, Devorian Bradford. That'll stop the clock at 1:10 and bring up 2nd down and 10, Ross.
Bryce Collins again putting pressure on Frankie Mares. And he was joined this time by Peyton McLeod. Mares just not given the time to get that ball off.
Again, Liberty trying to at least get into field goal range for Diego Diaz. Need about 30 yards or so. Mares pulls the ball down, up the middle, finds some running room, and he's going to get stopped abruptly at about the Vidor 49-yard line.
Liberty going to take a timeout here. It'll be their 2nd timeout.
Well, they'll take a timeout. Let's take one with them. We'll be right back. You are watching Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 1:01 to go here in the second quarter. Liberty trails Vidor 28-3. Third down and about 2 into Pirate territory at the Pirate 49-yard line. Liberty trying to at least get into field goal range for Diego Diaz. Mares with Fowler to his right, and he's going to roll and keep the ball. And he's going to get pulled down by a host of Pirates, led by number 44, number 18.
44, Bryce Collins again.
Lose 2 on that. We bring up fourth down, under a minute to go here, 50 seconds. And Vidor will take a timeout. We'll stay here, though. Under a minute to go. Don't want to inundate our viewing audience with too many timeouts. It's homecoming tonight in Vidor, Texas, and it feels like we've been the homecoming opponent a number of times this year, Ross.
Is this the third?
I think it's the third, maybe fourth.
Yes, it is at least the third, because East Chambers was homecoming when we were down at East Chambers.
Liberty, by way of some weird scheduling conundrum with only 4 home games this year, 6 on the road, so the opportunity to be a homecoming opponent much higher. Next year it will flip and they'll have 6 home games, which will be nice. And they are going to, it looks like they're going to punt the ball away here.
Yeah, Vidor calling that timeout to force this punt.
Be number 12, Brucia, back deep for the Pirates. 50 seconds to go. Diego Diaz with a low bouncer. It's going to hit at the 20 and keep on going. And finally it'll get downed at the Pirate, probably 12-yard line or so. That'll bring on the Pirate offense, and I'm not sure what they're going to do right here. They may choose to just go into half of the lead, but the way they've been ripping off the yards, who knows?
Well, when you rely so much on the running game and you're having success, you can try a little bit more when you're not going to be having to put it in the air. And I think we'll see, at least on the first, Liberty with only 1 timeout, and I don't believe they'll have any interest in stopping.
Venable's going to bring them up, and they are going to run a play, and they're going to get some action right there.
With the carry, and he stopped as he crosses the 30-yard line.
Be a big, big pickup for the Pirates.
And they're going to call a timeout, their second timeout of the half.
Number 71
Oh, no, they're not.
First down brought to you by Family Farmers.
And Liberty sniffs that one out. It'll be a loss on the play. Now I'm guessing they're going to take a timeout here. And they're going to take a timeout, a couple of yards of loss on the play. And the ball's going to be back at the Pirate 30-yard line. 23 seconds to go. Our very own Chloe Sanders up here trying to get pictures of us in action. How about that? This is the Vidor Pirates with a very healthy 28-3 lead in these closing seconds of the first half. And it looked as though Liberty was going to come out and do some great things. They had a great return on the opening kickoff, got all the way down into Pirate territory, capped it off with a field goal, and then it's been not roses for them since.
You buried the lead, Joe. They didn't get it down into Vidor territory. They got it into the end zone.
Okay, well, you're right. You're right.
Because of a personal foul, it got brought back to the 25.
Well, that's why you're here to correct me when I say crazy stuff. Venable. And this time they're going to draw a Panther off, and that's going to be a free play. There's Jayshon Godfrey over the line.
With the carry, he stopped in the backfield.
But, okay, I was just about to say, I was looking for the flag.
I saw it come out.
That'll be a 5-yard difference maker, and they'll repeat the second on that.
Well, not only that, but the clock will remain stopped.
Right. Put the ball on the Pirate 35-yard line. 18 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Okay, they did wind the clock. I'm not sure.
12 in motion. And Venable is going to keep the ball. He's up the middle, and he gets pulled down by number 11.
No, I believe that was Ryan Geezy. No, I guess it was. Never mind.
You've already said Ryan Geezy doesn't play anymore. He retired. Connor Geezy.
There we go.
That's going to be 1st and 10 in Panther territory at the 41-yard line. Yeah, 41-yard line.
Vidor spending their last time out there. I don't know why.
You're throwing
Geezy is taller than Shellhammer, and Shellhammer, when he came in to make that tackle, jumped up.
It's Mason Shellhammer, by the way. You can remember we got multiple Shellhammers on the team. 1st and 10 from the Panther 41-yard line. And Venable has just been, he's been a handful all night long. And I'm sad that I didn't know much about this young man because he's pretty electric when he gets the ball.
Not a very big guy, but
no, very small.
His feet get to moving very fast when he gets into pressure.
Well, this is going to be the last play of the half.
Barring a defensive penalty.
And this time they're going to throw the ball, number 12. And that's going to be tipped. It's going to be number 4, Devorian Bradford with a tip. And that will do it for the first half. Vidor leads Liberty 28-3 as they head into the locker room. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. And right now we are going to be pleased to hear from the Mighty Panther Band. When they're done with their performance, we'll come back with some first half analysis. And so now I'm going to do what I do best, and that's shut the heck up, Ross. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2024-2025 Liberty High School Prancers Drill Team. The Prancers are under the direction of Lauren Key. She is assisted by Emily Edwards. Social officers are Lily Ladner, Ainsley Williams, and President Addison Vickers. Military officers are Second Lieutenant Emma Zuka, First Lieutenant Abby McMillan, Co-Captain Samantha Molina, and Captain Reese Graves. The Prancer of the Week is Cheyenne Tinney. The Prancers have chosen Mr. Sean Smith as their Teacher of the Week. Thank you for all that you do for your students. The Prancers perform a palm routine to Paint It Black by the Mighty Panther Band. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are proud to present the award-winning Mighty Panther Marching Band under the field direction of drum majors Ellie Hell and Jordan Brown. Color guard captain is Hannah Hawkins. This evening, the band presents their 2024 halftime show, Unbroken. This evening, we present Movement 1, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence, featuring flute soloist Luis Montano and saxophone soloist Astrid Cifuentes. Movement 2, Numb by Linkin Park. Movement 3, Beautiful by Christina Aguilera, featuring trumpet soloists Talon Espino. And Movement 4, When Love Takes Over by David Guetta and Kelly Rowland. The section of the week is the saxophone section. Color guard of the week is Endor Maynard. like to wish the Vidor Mighty Pirates good luck at the state military marching contest next week. Go band, win state. The Mighty Panther Band is under the direction of Sean Smith and Jackson Parker. Color guard sponsor is Tiffany Thornton. We would like to thank our school board and band boosters for their constant support.
In a few moments, we will begin our annual homecoming halftime festivities. Please note that the stadium lights will be turned off during the band and Brigadette's halftime show. For everyone's safety, we ask that everyone in attendance find their seat and remain seated throughout the duration of the lights out halftime performance. Those who throw items during the performance will be escorted out of the stadium and will be subject to disciplinary action. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the 2024-2025 Vidor High School homecoming activities. The theme for this year is Big Buck Takes the Silver Screen. Freshman Duchesses, Lenny of the House of Domek, escorted by Jeremy Domek. Christiana of the House of Richard, escorted by Kevin Richard. Sophomore Duchesses, Jordan of the House of Bull, escorted by Jason Bull. McKenna of the House of Travis, escorted by Joshua Travis. Junior Duchesses, Malaya of the House of Bingham, escorted by Samuel Bingham. Corbin of the House of Whitworth, escorted by Cody Whitworth. Senior Princesses, Angel of the House of Doge, escorted by Linus Doge. Alexis of the House of Holcomb, escorted by Michael Holcomb. Isella Gabby of the House of Spencer, escorted by Jared Spencer. Flower Girl Samantha of the House of Williams, daughter of Katie and Clifton Williams, escorted by Crown Bearer Kingston of the House of Welborn, son of Alyssa and Benjamin Welborn. The 2023-2024 Vidor High School Homecoming Queen, Tamara Harris, escorted by Mr. Devin Dart, Vidor High School Principal. Your 2024-2025 Vidor High School Homecoming Queen is Isella Gabby of the House of Spencer. And now, for your enjoyment, the band of bands, the Mighty Pirate Marching Band, that fabulous drill team of Southeast Texas, the Vidor High School Brigadettes, and the Mighty Pirate Marching Band Twirlers will present the annual show of Light and Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, that fabulous drill team of Southeast Texas, the Vidor High School Brigadettes, and the Vidor High School Mighty Pirate Marching Band Twirlers will present a routine to the music, Shake It Off. Social offers for the Brigadettes are Secretary Sierra Terrio, Vice President Emily Barnes, and President Gabby Perry. Lieutenants for the Brigadettes are Sophomore Lieutenant Emma Harris, Junior Lieutenant Sophie Buckley, Junior Lieutenant Zoe Reyes, Junior Lieutenant Braylon Whitsitt, and Senior Lieutenant Kylie Montgomery. First Lieutenant for the Brigadette is Alexis Holcomb. Brigadette Captain is Gracie Lee. The Brigadette of the Week is Laney Estrada. Ladies and gentlemen, the band of bands, the Mighty Pirate Marching Band. Drum majors are Brady Maines and Madison Watson. Twirlers for the band are Gabby Allen, Allie Barlow, Anelis Bertrand, Julianne Jackson, Sarah Matthews, and head twirler Zoe Nolan. Lieutenants are James Bertrand, Ethan Cox, Julian Gomez, Taft Hartman, Reese McGowan, and Todd Vaughn. First lieutenant for the band is Megan Young, and your band captain is Riley Morey. get on our feet and let's bring them home. Tradition continues. The band would like to give a special thank you to their platinum sponsors for the years 2024-2025 school year. Sponsors are Gaming at the Arc and Friday Night Lights. Designs for the fireboards were created by Emile Lepre. Fireboards were constructed by the Vidor High School Building Trades under the supervision of Eric Hartman. Fireboards were lanced and fused under the supervision of Carl Woodall. Ms. Phillips would like to thank the following for their help with the homecoming activities. Mr. Jamie Harper for organizing the homecoming royalty. Mr. Jeff Leger and the entire maintenance department for all their help with homecoming. Vidor Independent School District Police Chief Mike Sanchez and all his officers for their help. Carrie Brown, Rachel Ferguson, and the entire Campbell family for promoting and organizing the homecoming parade. All halftime activities are designed and directed by Kara Phillips. Corner sponsor is Holly Steele. Brigade Director is Sharice Fawcett. Band Directors for the Vidor Schools. From Vidor Middle School, Marissa Woodall. Vidor Junior High, Logan Sells and Caitlin Manley. From Vidor High School, Mr. Jeff Westmoreland, Mr. Carl Woodall, and Kara Phillips, Director of Fine Arts.
Would have been the perfect time for Mr. Ewing to get rid of those glow sticks in the head.
Honestly, I think the skydivers are better.
Let's take more work.
When they like the lights illuminating the same thing, people are getting back in. Yeah, their lights are turning on, but very, very slowly.
Pirates arrive at Grove Field.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sportz Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing. And what a halftime spectacular. Hope you enjoyed that viewing experience. Liberty Panthers coming back onto the field. Both teams are on the field after a pretty wild first half of action. Liberty trails Vidor 28-3. And the first half was all Vidor. Liberty getting set to kick the ball off to Vidor to open up the second half. And man, oh man, really great performance from the Mighty Panther Marching Band at halftime. And then the Pirate Band spectacular with the fireworks and everything. This Vidor crew really went all out for their homecoming tonight.
$423. Thank you for all who participated in this split pod project graduation.
Liberty getting set to do something quickly. Lights still trying to get back to full power. They turned everything out here at the stadium in order to have their glow-in-the-dark marching performance from the Pirate Band to go along with the fireworks on the east side of the field. While we're waiting for the stadium to power totally back up, Liberty Panthers coming out on the field with a kicking unit led by Diego Diaz.
The winning split pod ticket number is
Thank everyone for staying with us on this Friday night, October 25th, here at Ivan Croak Field in Vidor, Texas. This is 10-4A action. Both of these teams fighting for their playoff life right now. Vidor in pole position. Next week we will be at home for senior night at Memorial Stadium. Be a 7:30 p.m. kickoff, but we will go live at about 6:30, as that is when the senior festivities will begin. Be the final home game of the season for the Liberty Panthers.
We'd like to thank the following third quarter sponsors.
We're getting set again. The Mighty Panther Band headed to Lindale, Texas next weekend, next Saturday, for the area marching contest. The Lady Panther volleyball team at home on Tuesday versus the Livingston Lady Lions for their senior night. The LHS Panther players with a performance tomorrow at the LSD Auditorium, 6 p.m. with a trunk or treat to follow. If you got nothing to do on a Saturday night, come on out and enjoy that. And with that being said, it looks like Ross is ready to go as we resume this contest and pick up here in third quarter, and away we go, Ross.
Diego Diaz, a short kick angling towards the right sideline. It is caught, fair caught, but Cole Lawrence in with the hit. And there'll be a late flag, and it'll be a personal foul interference after a fair catch.
Well, we talked about this while you and I were trying to figure out how to make our way in the dark during the half. This Liberty Panther team has been beset by just an abnormally large amount of personal foul instances.
So it's a 15-yard penalty. And the Vidor Pirates will start this drive from the Liberty 46-yard line.
After the penalty, the Pirates are first and 10.
They come quickly to the line in a tight set. A little misdirection. They're going to hand this ball off to the carrier. He goes up the middle, and he is going to come down at about the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him at the 29. It'll be a first down after that huge pickup. And this ball at the 29-yard line of Liberty. The ball carrier on that, Landon Jones.
Number 4, along with 52. Bryce Casey was the stop.
In the huddle, Liberty's line already down. They've played a lot in the first half. Liberty trails Vidor 28-3. Move quickly out of the huddle to the line. Under center, the quarterback, Venable. Quick screen pass. He's got one to the right. He's going to kick the catch. He sprints across the 15, the 10, and he will be taken down. They're going to stay at the 6-yard line of Liberty, so quick strike there. Have not seen many pass plays out of Vidor, but one there for big success. They're going to say 5-yard line. And we are going to have an official timeout here, as there is an injured Panther down inside the 5-yard line.
Looks like that's going to be number 11, Mason Shellhammer, waiting for Michael Pope to step out there with him. Coach Harrison's over there trying to get him stood up. Probably just a cramp. Looks like, yeah, looks like it's just going to be a cramp. It's not hot, but man, it is very humid. Came out of the trailer, and there is condensation everywhere.
Drive started for Vidor at the Liberty 46-yard line after a 15-yard personal foul penalty that was assessed after the kickoff. And they've had a couple of big plays here and have worked the ball down to the Liberty 5-yard line. It is on the right hash mark. Vidor moving right to left. Quickly to the line, under center. This ball's handed off to number 11, and he is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Jason Wycliffe with the stop right there.
Bloss, the ball carrier for Vidor. And they're going to give him about half a yard here, as it's just inside the 5, but not by much. Comes back to the line, ball still on the right hash mark. Ball snap, hands off to the inside, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards. Did not see the ball carrier's number.
That's going to be Marlowe, the fullback, going to take that ball
down to the 3-yard line, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and goal for Vidor.
This will be a pretty big victory for the Panthers if they were able to hold them here.
Panther defense last week stopping LCM from the 3. Man in motion. Quick pitch out to the right. Getting the edge and into the end zone is going to be Jones.
Yeah,
Landon Jones. And that'll be a touchdown, and Vidor back on the scoreboard to start the second half. It is 34-3 pending the extra point.
Yeah, Jones had another one of those pitch and runs early in the first half, and he scored on a big run.
Kick is up high and through the uprights, and that will make it 35-3 in the third quarter with 9:28 left. We'll be back after this on the Panther Sportz Network.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network.
J.R. Howard with the kick.
The kick from Howard, a high spinning kick. It's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line as Bradford
with the return.
goes right and into some Vidor players, and they will start this drive at the 25-yard line.
Number 22, Marcus Harris with the stop for the Pirates. It was Landon Jones with the touchdown run to put the Pirates ahead 35-3 after the J.R. Howard point after attempt.
Mares comes out to lead the Panthers on their first drive of the second half, trailing Vidor 35-3. Shotgun formation with 2 wide receivers on the left side and 1 on the right. Man in motion. Mares going to keep this one as he comes across the 25, still on his feet, and he is going to barrel forward to the 30. And a nice pickup on first down. The Panthers trail Vidor 35-3 in the third quarter with 9:10 and counting.
Yep. You're a better Monty than I am, Ross. It's a nice little battle down there in the trenches. Nolan Kay against the defensive tackle.
One back in the backfield. It is Fowler. Lined up right behind Mares. Mares going to hand this ball off to Fowler, who tries to go to the left and runs right into a host of Vidor Pirates.
Number 33 along with number 12,
Kason Jones there getting credit for the tackle.
Ross, they're just getting kind of blown up right there at the point of attack. They're trying to run down the line and not able to get caption on those defensive linemen.
Mares has the third down play, third down at 5. Ball is at the Liberty 30-yard line. This drive starting at the Liberty 25. Ball on the left hash mark, Liberty moving left to right. Mares in the shotgun, one back to his left. Gets the snap, waist high. He is going to pull this one down. He's going to try to run, but he is swallowed up behind the line, and he will lose about 2 yards.
By the Pirate defense.
And that, they're going to say the 31. But at any rate, it is going to send out Diego Diaz Ramirez, who's had some really nice punts in this one today.
Really pushed them to the 29-yard line.
Diaz standing on his 11-yard line, his heels, snap back, swings his leg up, kicks this one high in the air, a wobbler. As it crosses the 50, takes a bounce, comes back towards the 50, and it'll go out of bounds at the Vidor 48-yard line. We'll be back 35-3, Vidor. Well, nope.
We're not leaving.
We're not leaving.
There's no score.
Oh, I thought it was a TV timeout.
No, there's no TV timeouts. Not today. We didn't get that TV timeout money. We're still waiting for that Keystone sponsor.
They can't sponsor academic broadcast.
I see what you did there.
So Vidor's second possession of the half. They scored fairly quickly on their first possession, getting the ball out of halftime. Hard line.
And he is the thing that you see called against.
Well, I was going to say,
defense.
prior to this year, I had not ever seen that called against the defense.
I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but that's just a wild call.
So after the penalty is marked off, the ball goes to the 14-yard line of Liberty. Ball on the right hash mark. Vidor moving right to left. 5:19 left in the third quarter, a 35-3 Vidor lead. Venable gets in under center, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to hand this one off to number 11, who runs around the edge, and he is going to dash over the 10-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out, though, and there is a late flag after the play as that play had moved out of bounds. We'll have to wait and see. The ball carrier, Brody Bloss. The extra point, it makes it 41-3 Vidor. So the extra point attempt from Vidor is Vidor. is up and through the uprights to make it 42-3. Up and through the uprights to make it 42-3. And that was J.R. Howard with 4:20. Made it off to
Jaden Holmes.
Jaden Holmes, and he lowers his shoulders and Jaden Holmes, and he lowers his shoulders and gets up to the 41-yard line. Nice pickup on first down for the Panthers. Bring up a second down ball up to the.
It's like 40 and a half.
It is going to be 40 and a half. They've got 6 yards to go for a first down. Mares in the shotgun. Geezy and Whitcliffe, the far side receivers. Mares takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He is going to try to keep it, but he is wrapped up and taken down by Dallas Pachuca. And they will lose substantial yardage there as now. That ball moves back. It'll be a third down and about 11. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
No, you're right. It's third down and about 11. You looked at the right thing,
Oh, I
Ross.
did look at the right thing.
Come on, Ross. Take credit for when you do correct things.
Ball at the 35-yard line. Liberty moving left to right, looking to start something. They trail this one 42-3. Mares in the shotgun on third and long. He is going to take this snap. He's going to keep it. He moves forward across the 40, and he will be taken down at the Liberty 42-yard line. Well short of a first down, but a nice pickup on third down, and that'll send Diego Diaz-Ramirez out to punt.
Number 18, Peyton McLeod with the stop for Vidor. It's been kind of the tail of the tape all night long. Liberty not able to get anything going offensively, and had that problem last week as well.
Diaz-Ramirez with his feet on the 30-yard line, gets the snap waist high, gets the kickoff under pressure. Fair caught at the 25-yard line by Aiden Villafano.
Hey, you nailed it. Verified by the stadium announcer. Well, I'm going to say the Pirate offense wasn't necessarily vaunted coming into tonight, but they certainly have looked dangerous all night long, and it's been led by Dagan Venable. He has been perhaps a revelation for them. He's done a lot of damage tonight for the Pirates.
Imperative here for the Panthers to get a stop as they trail 42-3 with 2:02 remaining in the third quarter. Vidor will move this ball from right to left. And we are going to get a timeout. Vidor will spin their first time out of the half. We'll take it with them at 42-3 Vidor. 2:02 left in the third. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 2:02 to go here in the third quarter. First and 10 for the Vidor Pirates. Vidor leads Liberty 42-3. Ross.
Vidor with the ball at their own 25-yard line. Venable under center. Pitches this one back to the right, and ball carrier's breaking loose. He's free. He's across the 40. He is going to be pulled down from behind by Jason Whitcliffe at the 24-yard line of Liberty. There are no flags.
Pachuca with the big carry. Be a 46-yard run from Pachuca.
Clock will continue to roll under 140 in the third quarter. Liberty with a 42-3 deficit. I bet you thought I was going to say lead.
Well, if I were a betting man, which I'm not, I probably would have bet that.
Back to the line. Venable gets the snap. He is going to hand this one off to Jones. Jones gets across the line before Jashawn Godfrey takes him down. He'll get a gain of about 2.
There's a nice stop from Godfrey. Stayed in his base spot and just waited for him to come back around.
Now they're going to give him 1 here. Ball at the 23-yard line. Second down and 8. They did give him 2. Gosh, I need to quit trying to do math. It's hard.
Stop it, Ross. Just stop it.
Back to the line. Ball on the near hash mark. Pitch back. And coming across the line, getting hit at the ankles before spinning down.
The Bloss with the carry. Pick up a couple on that. That may do it for the quarter.
Vidor probably not going to be in a hurry to get plays off with a 42-3 lead. Ball is at the Liberty 20-yard line, now in the middle of the field. Venable hands this one off, and it looks like Marlowe is going to drag a Panther and get down inside the 10 to the 7-yard line, and that will do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, Vidor 42, Liberty 3. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network after 3 quarters of action. Liberty trailing Vidor 42-3, and they are knocking on the door for another score. They are first and goal from the Panther, just about 7-yard line, Ross.
Vidor going to move left to right after the quarter change. 7 yards for a touchdown, first and goal from the 7. The ball just inside the right hash mark.
Panthers 23 late in the fourth quarter. And it's gone final at Port Neches. It's Neyland 24, Port Neches 21.
PNG losing tonight. This ball's going to be handed off to Bloss. Bloss is hit and is able to spin down inside the 5 to the 1-yard line.
To the left side, he is stopped at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and this offense for the Vidor Pirates really hasn't been slowed down too much tonight, Ross.
Drive started for Vidor at their 25-yard line. Venable under center, and he is going to get this handoff before Bloss takes the handoff, and he is going to be tackled halfway in the end zone, halfway out, but the important part is in the end zone, and it's a touchdown, making it 48-3 with an extra point pending.
Touchdown number 11, Brody Bloss. That touchdown brought to you by Wright's Manufactured Home.
11:27 in the fourth quarter. So a 1-yard touchdown run for Bloss as Howard comes on to attempt the extra point. Low snap, the hold is down. It's going to be blocked by Clevenger, and they will jump on it to keep it away from Liberty. And there is a flag, however, on the goal line, which was the Liberty side.
Penalty flag at the 1-yard line.
And it appears it's going to be a personal foul. face mask against Liberty, so they will retry the extra point. So Howard going to try to kick it again, this time from inside his 10-yard line. Higher snap, hold is down, but has a problem getting it down. And the Liberty Panthers jump on it.
Should block it again.
Well, I don't think they actually got it down. Got to him before he could spot the ball, and that will do it. 48-3, 11:27 left in the fourth quarter. Back in a moment.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. 11:27 to go here in the fourth quarter. Vidor with the 48-3 lead over the Liberty Panthers. Bloss with the 2-yard touchdown run, and then point after attempt no good twice.
Howard's got it teed up at his 40-yard line. Back deep for the Panthers. Wilson on the far side and Fowler on the near side. Here comes the kick from Howard. It is straight ahead, short, fielded inside the 25 by Whitcliffe. Whitcliffe misses a tackler, still on his feet as he bounces out to the left. He is going to be along the sideline before being drug out, and he knocks over the table with the water. Momentum taking him in there. Not because he was hit.
Yeah, I think he got touched pretty well out of bounds there.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And I don't know if they threw a flag.
No, there is
or
no
not.
flag.
No, he was in the black when he got touched. At least from here it looked like.
Nope.
No,
okay,
they did
throw a flag.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely got pushed out of bounds.
So
a great return, and they'll tack on some extra for the tackle out of bounds. So this will be a great piece of starting field position for the Liberty Panther offense, Ross.
Liberty will start the drive at the Vidor 34-yard line, moving right to left. Shotgun formation with Wilson on the left hip of Mares. Mares going to pull this one down, keep it. He runs left, throws his shoulder into a tackler, and gets all the way down to the 20-yard line. But I
knew that was going to happen.
Vidor player comes in late, hit after Mares was on the ground by a good shot. Mares still down. This will be another personal foul against Vidor for a late hit and maybe spearing.
And that was on the heels of Mares hitting the truck stick on number 12, Jad Brucia. And that was Jaden Holmes in the backfield with Mares.
I keep saying that's the second time I've misidentified. Mares still down on the turf.
And that was one heck of a run from Mares and just a wildly late hit there.
Yeah, he left his feet after Mares was already on the ground.
Hopefully Frankie can get up.
His helmet is off, and he will get up. He'll have to come out for a play, though.
Yeah, that's one of those awkward hit him right in the back. It's never a fun thing to happen.
It did appear he was leading with his helmet.
Personal foul penalty marked off against the defense.
So after that run from Mares, which would have been about a first down anyway.
Oh, it was definitely going to be a first down.
He will get 15 more yards. And it'll be a first down and goal from the Vidor 9-yard line. Mares takes the shotgun snap. He is going to Wycliffe is going to take the shotgun snap. He cuts inside, and he will be taken down at about the 1 yard line, or they stop momentum at the 1 yard line. And Joe, when you're in a game that's 48-3, talk a little bit as a former coach how hard it is to keep players' emotions in check. Man, on both sides.
It's incredibly hard, especially when you're on the wrong end of the stick. You got some folks, and they've been taking a beating in the trenches, and the idea is, man, I'm going to get that guy, and that's what you do not want.
So Wycliffe going to come back out as the quarterback. Mares injured after a late hit.
There's a nice run from Wycliffe.
Ball sitting just inside the 1. 2nd down and goal. Wycliffe with, he's going to take this one, pulls it down. He is hit right about the time he was getting to the goal line. They say he's in. And your Liberty Panthers put 6 on the board, pending the extra point. And it's 48-9.
That was a beautiful sequence right there from the Liberty Panthers. Frankie Mares trying to trot back on. He is the usual holder for the point after attempts, but he's definitely trotting out there with a visible sort of limp. So I'm imagining this is probably going to be all he does for a moment until he can get his bearings back. But Jason Wycliffe with a wonderful couple of carries.
Ball is up and through the uprights. It's good. It's 48-10. Liberty trails Vidor with 10:04 left in this ball game. Back after this.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You're watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. At the 10:04 mark, Liberty finally gets across the goal line for a touchdown. Jason Wycliffe with a touchdown run, filling in for Frankie Mares at quarterback. And the score, Vidor 48, Liberty 10, as they get set to kick off Diego Diaz.
For Vidor in the west, backed up to the west end zone, 3 guys deep. There's only one deep man.
Well, they've seen the tape.
That's Jones, and they've seen the tape here. Liberty trails 48-10. I think everybody has somewhat of an idea of what's going to happen here. And here is the onside kick, and it's going to get some bad backspin there, or side spin, and spins out at the 49-yard line of Liberty.
Yeah, it was going beautifully, but he didn't get that normal pop bounce that he's been getting, and it just started hooking from almost the get-go. Right down there, Clark Stevenson was going to be Johnny on the spot had that moved forward.
So a penalty will be marked off for it going out of bounds. The ball goes down to the 44-yard line of Liberty. That's exactly where Vidor starts this drive, up 48-10.
Yep, on the Panther 44-yard line.
Venable back out. He is going to hand this ball off to the left and not going to get much. As a matter of fact, it looks like 1.
Get a new ball carrier. This is number 14, Ethan Copeland. Haven't seen him tonight. I would imagine that the Vidor staff is going to try to get some reps for some of their other folk at this point with a pretty commanding 38-point lead.
Yeah, with 9:37, this is going to prove to be a very big win for the Vidor Pirates. Under center. Hands this ball off. Again, not going to get anything, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Ball at the 43-yard line of Liberty.
And that'll be number 24, Thomas Mondragon, or Mondragon. I don't know how they pronounce that down in these parts, but that'll be his first touch tonight. Mondragon The stadium announcer must have been reading my mind.
71 for the stop.
One man deep on the left. Ball going to be handed off to number 39. 39 uses his hand to swat away a Liberty player on the left side. He's going to get down inside the 35 to the 30, and we're going to have a late flag. Well, no, it looks like maybe he put it back in his pocket.
It'll be Colt Holden on the carry.
No, we will have a late flag because he backed up. This is going to go against Vidor.
Well, I thought they were going to get him for a late hit out of bounds.
Maybe not. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He had a flag out of his pocket. Ball going to be handed off to 14. 14 cuts through the line, still on his feet across the 20, and he will be pushed out of bounds and tackled, and there are the flags as he was tackled well out of bounds.
That was Mason Shellhammer with the stop, and sometimes it's definitely hard to tell once you start engaging with someone. It's hard to tell where the field stops and the sideline begins, but that was pretty far out of bounds.
Probably about 5 yards.
Only about 5.
So another personal foul against Liberty. We have talked about personal fouls being an issue.
Right. I think at this point it's just about time to start making T-shirts. That'll tack on a great deal to the end of that run into goal territory, and that'll drop the sticks.
Yeah, ball's going to sit on the 7-yard line for Vidor, the Liberty 7-yard line. On the left hash mark, left to right on the field. Venable gets his guys back. He's under center. Quickly gets the snap. This ball going to be handed off to 39. 39 going for the edge. He's out there, and he is going to get close to a touchdown, but he steps out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, that's close. It's anytime you knock over that pylon, you got to be thinking about where it is. And you're going to say he was already out of bounds before he knocked that pylon over. It's a good run from the young man, number 39, Colt Holden.
So ball at the 1-yard line is going to stay on the left hash mark. 2nd down and goal. Vidor with a 48-10 lead late in the 4th quarter. Well, in the early part of the 4th quarter. Handed off again to 39, again going and bouncing outside. This time he falls forward into the end zone as he's being tackled, and it'll be a touchdown for Vidor.
Connor Giese right there. I thought he was going to be able to pull him down before he crossed the line.
Colt Holden with the touchdown run with 8:23. It's a 54-10 game pending the extra point attempt from Howard. And Vidor continue aided a little bit by some late hits. Kick is up and through the uprights, and it is 55-10 Vidor. 8:23 left to play in this game. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network, 55-10 Vidor. Colt Holden with the touchdown run to extend the lead for Vidor. 55-10, Ross, the last time I remember that. San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos.
I think the
in a
Utah
Super
Jazz
Bowl.
got beat by that score.
No, they don't get beat like that.
Devorian Bradford is the deep man on the right side. On the left side is Fowler. They stand inside their 15-yard line. Howard approaches the ball, swings the leg, and sends a kick angling towards the right side. It is caught by Wycliffe. Wycliffe, momentary pause. He takes off. He's on his feet across the 50. Escapes a tackle, still on his feet, inside the 20, and he will be taken down at the 15-yard line of Vidor.
It's a beautiful return from Jason Wycliffe. Man, he did some nice little dance steps to get around a few of those Vidor Pirates here late in this fourth quarter. A little bit of life still left in the Liberty Panthers.
They're going to say the 14-yard line. And that is the best field position for Liberty. The previous best field position was the 25 of Vidor. And an incredible return. And we're going to get a timeout from Liberty with 8:12 left to play.
Let's go ahead and stay here, Ross.
Timeout, Panthers.
Liberty's going to take their timeout, but we'll stay here, talk about that return. Jason Wycliffe weaved his way, and that was a beautiful couple of maneuvers that he had around midfield. And normally you're looking at blockers, but for the most part, other than the first one that sprung him back there at about the 30, everything else was on him.
But he did something very well there, is he caught the ball and he didn't immediately take off. He waited for that block.
Right.
And boom.
It's a beautiful thing. Well, if you are a lover of college football, there's a couple of pretty big contests tomorrow for Texas football fans. The University of Texas against Vanderbilt. I never thought that would be a big one, but that can turn into something. And then, of course, the Aggies of Texas A&M playing LSU, and man, that's going to be a game, Ross.
From the 14, Mares hands this ball off to Logan Fowler. Fowler going up the middle, and he will pick up some good yardage there as he gets up to or down to the 10-yard line on first down. So a 4-yard pickup.
A special announcement and best wishes goes out to
55-10 Vidor as the clock continues to run under 8 minutes. Liberty moving right to left. Ball is on the just inside the left hash mark. Fowler going to get this ball again. He bounces to the right, still on his feet as he crosses into about the 5-yard line. Some extracurricular activities, but no flags after that play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short from the 6-yard line of Vidor. Liberty Band playing right now. The cheerleaders watching intently, cheering out to the field to cheer on the Panthers. Ball in the middle of the field at the 6-yard line. Wycliffe takes this when he runs forward, but right into the line, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up a 4th down, ball at the Vidor 6-yard line.
Number 25, first to make contact.
Well, this is definitely 4-down territory here, Ross. No point in sending out the field goal team.
So Wycliffe comes out. If you're joining us, Mares was hurt on the last drive after a late hit. Not just a late hit, not just a late hit, but a late hit. Shotgun formation. Wycliffe's going to take this one, pulls it down, rolls out to his left. He finds the corner and into the end zone for a touchdown. And Wycliffe, with his 2nd touchdown of the night, he kept the last one. And Liberty, with 5:57, puts 6 more points on the board, pending the extra point.
Yeah, that's just a really nice designed run for Wycliffe. He is such a phenomenal athlete. And he adds a different sort of dimension when he's back there. And I'm going to think that this may be something that we see a little more of in the next couple of games. Again, we'll be at home next week for senior night against Bridge City.
The extra point attempt from Diego Diaz is up through the uprights. And it is 55-17. Vidor 5:57 left in the game. Back after this.
Welcome back, Panther Nation. You are watching Liberty Panther football on the Liberty Panther Sports Network. Jason Wycliffe with the touchdown run. Liberty 17, Vidor 55 here late in the fourth quarter, and Vidor Texas 10-4A action. Thank everyone for joining us on the Panther Sports Network. Joe Roberts, Ross Norwood, producer Richard Ewing.
Anticipating the onside kick here as this ball teed up at the 40-yard line on the right hash mark. And here it comes, and this one not going to go 10 yards. As a matter of fact, uses the sand wedge to put some backspin on it, and it comes out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Well, at this point, this is such a low-risk thing. Why not try it? He has been wildly successful this year with that. And while this wasn't a must-win ball game, Ross, it sort of was. Now they're going to be forced to win their next two to keep their playoff hopes alive.
After
and Vidor definitely in pole position now with that, depending on some of the other outcomes around the district.
After the penalties marked off, ball at the 40-yard line. Venable, no, it's a new quarterback. Hands it off to the ball carrier, number 21, as he comes across the 35, down inside the 35. And he'll get all the way up to the 30-yard line on first down, and that is a huge chunky yardage.
That's Braden Crumpler with the carry, and I figured this was going to happen. They'll pull out their main guys.
And the quarterback now is Drew Maines, but it's the 32-yard line. Still a big pickup as they come up. And we're going to have some early movement there, and not to be unexpected when you have a pretty much brand new team in there for Vidor.
Yeah, it's a low-risk, high-reward situation for them to get some precious varsity action. Liberty still with their first-team defense out there, so these will be good reps for that new group of Vidor Pirates.
They're going to say Liberty made first contact, so this one will go against Liberty. It'll move Vidor down 5 yards closer. And the new line of scrimmage will be the 26-yard line. Referee winds the clock as we are just under 5:15 to go. Vidor not going to be in too big of a hurry, I wouldn't think.
Well, we said that before, and they keep on screaming up to the line.
55-17. This ball handed off to number 6. Number 6 going left. He's got room. He is going to be tripped up inside the 20 down at the 16-yard line.
It'll be number 12, Ryan Hessler, with the stop for Liberty.
Avalos with the carry there. First down for Vidor.
First down brought to you by Vidor Family Pharmacy.
As he gets that one down to the 16, and, well, they're going to say the 17. And, Joe, they've really been able to take advantage of the left side here in the last two drives. Lots of runs out that way.
Yep. To quote the great Andrew Roberts on that.
55-17. Ball snapped. Did not see who has the ball, but somebody does. And it will be a pickup. And they're calling for time. Liberty got it. It was a fumble, and Liberty came up with it.
Recovered by the Panthers.
That was the slowest developing fumble. Normally there's a lot more action.
Well, I mean, if you're going to look for a silver lining, I mean, why not look there?
First turnover of the night for Vidor. as they lead Liberty 55-17.
I'm not sure that this is the 1980 Holiday Bowl, but, you know, stranger things have happened, I guess.
Joe, for people not as ancient as you,
well,
enlighten us.
My BYU Cougars scored 4 touchdowns in the last couple of minutes of the game to come back and beat SMU.
Whitcliffe in the shotgun, going to hand off to Fowler. Fowler wrapped up and taken down behind the line. And this is going to be a very big thing here in this game as we have under 4 minutes to play. Emotions running high on both sides and keeping everybody in check. The officials have done what they can to try to stay on top of it, but at some point it's out of their hands on the extracurriculars.
Well, you're right. You know, no, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say they've done a fairly decent job, and I guess it hasn't been terrible, but they've thrown a lot of penalties tonight.
2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 back in the backfield. Whitcliffe takes this one. He is going to get around a tackler. He's across the 15. He's going to step out about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, they're just going to do everything they can to get the ball in his hands and try to catch the corner and then use his speed to run away from people.
On the previous drive, he had a massive return down to the Vidor 14-yard line and then scored the touchdown from 6 yards out. So 3rd down, about 6 to go. Liberty moving right to left on the left hash mark. Whitcliffe again gets this one, hands it off to Fowler. Fowler getting low across the line. And he will pick up a couple of yards on that one as that ball moves up to the 20. Can't see where they're going to spot that.
Maybe right at the 20. Yeah, right at the 20.
And on 4th down and about 4 to go, deep in Liberty territory, they're going to send Diego Diaz-Ramirez on to punt.
This has just been a problem for them all night, Ross. They've not really been able to get the running backs going at the offensive line. Most of their big positive yards have come from the quarterback position.
The return man for Vidor standing inside his 45. The punt is off. It's going to spin. No, it's going to fly out of bounds at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that was a low snap back to him, and he felt kind of rushed there. And there wasn't a bunch of pressure, but he put that out there and shanked that off of his foot.
Well, they keep moving, and it's going to be down. They're going to say it went out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
Well, I think that's a pretty generous spot.
I was going to say, I thought I saw it at the 48. Of course, he had a different angle.
No, I meant generous in the other way. It looked like it had already gone out by the 35.
Okay.
So that's what I meant by generous.
So a 1st down and 10 for Vidor. 2:25 left in this one. The outcome already decided. Going to hand this ball off to 14. 14 going out. He's going to cut back inside. Holds the ball out as he dives down inside the 40. And now we're going to get a flag.
Logan Fowler with the stop.
I saw some kicking after that play had been blown dead by quite a bit. And how about the band? They've been playing all night. The cheerleaders have been down, keeping this Liberty crowd engaged. And they've done a phenomenal job all year. We hadn't really talked much about the cheerleaders, but what a great job they've done on their feet all night, cheering. And we're going to have the personal foul. It is going to be against Liberty. So a late hit there. And another personal foul. That moves the ball to the Liberty 25-yard line with 2:11 left. Vidor with the ball on the left hash mark, moving left to right. And we are going to get a timeout. There were some defensive substitution problems, so Liberty will take the timeout. Their 2nd timeout of the half.
Go ahead and stay here as they try to get this sorted out. Ross, we talked about this at the top of the game. Limit the big plays. That was something that's gotten them. Dagan Venable, the quarterback, kind of at the forefront for Vidor. A lot of big chunk yardage from him. Dallas Pachuca, Vloss. They've had so many weapons that they threw against the Panther defense. And then the other thing that we didn't talk about with the personal fouls.
We did talk about that.
Oh, I didn't talk about it. It's one of my keys. But, I mean, the personal fouls have just been disastrous for the Panthers.
At the end of the game, I'll give you the recap on personal fouls. Ball at the 25-yard line after that late hit penalty. 2:03 remaining. Vidor can hand this ball off. The play is going to be blown dead.
Number 6 on the carry, Marcelo Avalos.
Be a false start against the Pirates. I almost said the Panthers, which is, I'm surprised I haven't, because their colors are black and gold.
Yep.
They have the same school song and the same fight song.
Jose Becerra, Ray Harwell, Addison Fisher, London Whitney on cameras tonight, Tate White, Jace Alms, Chloe Sanders, and I think that's who was in the trailer, Victoria McMillan.
Ball moves back to the 30. This one, snap, ball's loose, so Liberty Panthers on it. And it will be a turnover, I think.
Yep, that's going to be a turnover.
Now they're going to talk whether he was down or not.
While they're trying to sort that out, Alexis Churton, Nisi Badgett, Victoria McMillan.
And they're going to say he was down.
Well, that's tough.
And they will wind the clock here. 1:37 remaining now, under 1:35.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Panther Sportz Network. Again, we'll be at home for the final home game next Friday. Bridge City going to be at Memorial Stadium. Be senior night. We'll be live at approximately 6:30 p.m., about an hour earlier than we normally go.
And now going to be blown dead. They want more time on the game clock. As they were adjusting the play clock, it appears. Again, this ball is going to be handed off to Bloss. Bloss going left, tries to cut back inside, and he will some positive yardage there, still behind the original line of scrimmage at the 25-yard line. And we are down under a minute. I would imagine they're going to, well, you know what, I'm going to stop imagining just what we think. But they do have to snap the ball one more time, as the play clock and the game clock are nowhere close. The play clock down at 22, the game clock about a 10-second difference. And they are in victory formation. And they quickly come down, take a knee, and that was quarterback Drew Maines, who came in to replace the starter, Dagan Venable. And your unhappy final, 55-17 Vidor. Joe Roberts, give me your thoughts briefly.
Well, briefly is what we've been saying pretty much all season long. You've got to keep your cool. You can't give the other team extra by committing these personal fouls, which they've done consistently. And you've got to hang on to the ball, and you've got to punch it in when you're in the red zone. And that's kind of the tale of the tape.
I concur with you. 9, Joe. 9 personal fouls against the Panthers tonight. And that is hard to overcome when you're trying to come back. Your unhappy final, 55-17 Vidor. For Joe Roberts, Richard Ewing, our entire cast of characters, I'm Ross Norwood. We'll talk to you next week at home for senior night.